Ballard's great because it's got great buildings in a great neighborhood with great density.
For Reuben's Brews owner, Adam Robbins, the challenge isn't making great beer. It's getting enough people through the door to remain successful.
We're a big part of what Washington beer is.
The beer industry in Washington state has historically been an economic powerhouse, but its future is uncertain as sales decline. According to industry economists, craft beer's economic impact in Washington declined by $13 million in 2025 compared with the year before. But there's hope.
Really, like the shining light in the numbers were tap rooms, that tap rooms continue to be like kind of the heart, the pulse of the industry.
For an industry that increasingly depends on foot traffic, getting to Ballard matters, which is why a sound transit decision May 28th drew so much attention.
The board committed $300 million to finish 100% design all the way to Market Street. That is a very positive and needed step forward. However, the board fell far short in actually allocating funding for construction of light rail to Ballard.
Councilmember Dan Strauss, who represents the district, has not given up the fight.
If I've got anything to do with it, we're going to get light rail to Ballard. The next 6 to 9 months are going to be critical in building that path to full construction funding.
Supporters say anything less is a problem for a neighborhood that has spent years preparing for growth.
Light rail is not going to determine our future, but we have been building our future with it in mind. And it is Sound Transit's chartered duty to provide those parts of our region direct link light rail access.
A key piece of that future will be Ballard's brewers and the business they already bring. Today, visitors arrive from across Western Washington and beyond. Visit Seattle promotes the neighborhood as a destination, and brewers say tourists regularly make the trip from downtown hotels and cruise ships. But even as the transit debate continues, business owners say the goal isn't just attracting more people. The owner of Urban Family Brewing says it's preserving what made the district special in the first place.
I hope we still kind of maintain a little bit of that like makers feel. Like we have a lot of businesses, not just breweries, that do a lot of cool things.
For Robbins, the issue ultimately comes back to getting customers through the door.
The only real bright light in craft beer is tap rooms, which is largely driven by foot traffic. So if you can make it easier for people to get here, that would help the brewing neighborhood as a whole.
Business owners say the question now is whether the transportation investments they expected to follow will ever arrive.